Hey y'all, welcome back to Coffee and the Tea. So glad you decided to stop by and see what I am sipping on today. Of course, I got my trusty coffee and I have some tea. We're going to talk about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck again. I know you would probably say again. Yeah, again, they are the hot story. They are the hot story right now. So, and it's some new things going on with them. We're going to discuss, and we're going to talk about Jeannie Mai and Jeezy settling their divorce. At one time, we really, really, really thought this was going to be a really messy divorce, but they have quietly settled their divorce. That's what TMZ is reporting today on their website. And we're also going to talk about, that my regular segment of stupid people doing stupid stuff. We have a real doozy today, and I can't wait to share that one with you. So let's get into Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Oh, this is a perfect example of Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. She loving the attention, he looking miserable. And I think that might have been a big problem for them. They are two different people. Jennifer loves the limelight. She loves the flash of the camera and the publicity and all of that. She loved being a star. And Ben don't, not so much. He doesn't like it. And I think too, when they first got together 20 years ago, he was kind of digging it for a while. She cleaned him up. He looked really slick and with it. And I mean, she really, you could see the Puerto Rican wife effect all over him. And he pulled out the wedding and broke off the engagement all of a sudden. After Geely was a disaster, that movie Geely that they did together was a disaster. When things start failing and the glare of the relationship got too intense, and he just decided he wanted a quieter life, and so he got with Jen Garner. But then he got with Jen Garner, he had a family and whatnot. Then that was just too boring for him. He developed an alcohol problem, he developed a gambling problem. And I don't, it's never been said, but with gambling and alcohol, I would say depression was in there too. So Ben has a lot of issues. And it's not all Jennifer's fault either. Every time, the last time Jennifer and Ben got together, people wanted to blame Jennifer. And now with this divorce, they want to blame Jennifer. But how would you? I mean, they just two different people. Jennifer loves the limelight and Ben doesn't. Jennifer can deal with failure, and I assume that she can. She seems like she can. She keeps going. But every time it seems like they start to fail or something like that, he wants to get out of the relationship. And I think this big production that she put on with the documentary movie and the album and the tour and all of that just falling apart, and I think it really weighed heavy on that marriage. I really do, because it seemed like the minute that Geely did not work out, Ben was out. And now it just seems like he abandons ship every time things are not going well. So I'm not putting it all on Jennifer Lopez, okay? And he is moody and broody, and I mean, you can tell he's very moody and broody. And Jennifer seemed like she is more of a upbeat type person, and I just don't think they were a good match from the beginning. I do think that Jennifer really, really loves Ben, but Ben really, really loves Ben too. I don't know. I don't know, but I know one thing: they are not a good match. Let me read the article from ET, and we'll discuss. It said Jen and Ben are continuing to take space from each other. They're living in separate houses. She's living in the big old house that they took almost 2 years to find and been in it for less than a year. And he is in a Brentwood rental. And I also saw an article where friends, but it was in the Daily Fail, a Daily Mail. And they make up a whole lot of news. So I'll take it with a grain of salt, but they saying that friends are afraid that he might relapse into his drinking and his gambling. And it's always when you have when you're in recovery, it's always a potential of relapsing, when stressors are introduced. And the breakup of a marriage is a huge stressor. So let's continue. They've been having issues for a few months and trying to figure things out on their own, the source said. Jen has been having a hard time dealing with the general stress of life as well as in her career. Now she has had the stress in the career because 2024 has had its foot on her neck. That documentary flop, her album flop, her tour flop, could not sell it. She had tickets for $10. So yeah, yeah. But not long ago when all this came out, my For You page was filled with people's testimonies about meeting her, their encounters with her, and that she was not such a nice person. And I also told the story about Tommy Davidson that he told on Club Shay Shay himself. And if you want to go see that interview, go to Club Shay Shay on YouTube and go to his channel. And Tommy Davidson he was interviewing Tommy Davidson, and Tommy Davis tells a story of her behavior. So I don't think it's unwarranted, and I don't think it's undeserved, but it's always karma. Karma comes around, and she do not be playing with you. And I think a lot of this is karma for Jennifer. I don't know what it is for Ben. Ben is always miserable. At least he looks like he is. And they say the reason, this is the reason they're giving out for him not living in the house anymore, saying it was too far away from his kids. Well, when you were looking for the house and before you bought the house, didn't you know the distance between the house and your kids? And that's why he moved back to Brentwood, closer to his kids. Jennifer moved her kids from Miami to LA in order you know, so they could be a blended family. And so he's complaining because the house is, or is not that as close as he would like to his kids that live in Brentwood. That doesn't make sense to me. Jennifer moved her kids away from Miami, but this is what they're saying, that's the reason why he moved out, because he wanted, the house was just too far away from his kids. All right, we read on. She has been experiencing ups and downs while processing everything. She has been throwing herself into her work, which always have been an outlet for her to stay busy and distracted. Okay, now they talk about the house. The house that they have, yeah, it's up for sale, quietly up for sale, for $65 million. And they looked for this house over 2 years, well, close to 2 years. They've been in the house for less than a year. Well, yeah, less than a year, I think. But they've owned it for a year. But they did repairs and whatnot, so they've been in it less than a year, and now they're selling. Yeah, yeah. TMZ said the ink has been dyed on the marriage. That the marriage is definitely gonna end. It's sad, but when you selling a house, and then again, maybe J Lo is really gonna make an effort to not be so flashy. I am gonna show you a picture of this house, and I understand how if you're a star and whatnot, but come on now. And Ben has, he rented just a regular degular kind of house in Brentwood. Well, regular degular for a star. I'll put it that way. Not for you and me. Probably a house kind of like the Real Housewives of Atlanta or New Jersey, though that kind of regular degular house. But when you see this house, okay, this is the house. It's 46,000 square feet. It sits on a 5 acre lot, and it has 12 bedrooms and 24 bathrooms. Why do you need twice as many bathrooms than you do bedrooms? Am I missing something? Wow. I don't know. Because, here, we just, in life, we have a 4 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, or a 5 bedroom, 2 baths and a half. Never bathroom out uh, numbering the bedrooms, but evidently that is a rich person thing, I guess. Okay, it says it has an indoor sports complex, a sports lounge, and a bar. In addition, the home includes a 5,000 square feet guest house, a 2 bedroom guardhouse, so the guards have their own house, and a 12-car garage. This is a picture of it. Can you see it? That is ridiculous for two people. Well, I guess it's her 2 kids, for 4 people, and also when his kids visit. They said that he was seen Sunday coming out of the house visiting her. He stayed there from what they said, from 5 to 9. And it's a lot of heat on them too. It must be hard for, and Ben has gotten up in his age, but J-Lo still love it, but Ben is like, it's not something that he always loves. And all this intense focus on a relationship, it's really, really hard. And unfortunately, um, there's nothing really going on. And so they're the hottest story in town. Because I've made like 4 videos or more about them, because they are the hot story. And when you're the hot story, the media attention is so hot that it's really, really hard for a relationship to make it. It really is, even under the best circumstances. Uh, it said if there is a way to divorce on the grounds of temporary. Okay, this is what Ben is saying to friends. They said this is what Ben is saying to friends. He said if there's a way to divorce on the grounds of temporary insanity, he would. our insider shared he feels like the last 2 years were just a fever dream. And he's come to his senses and he understands that there is just no way it's going to work. Although Affleck is sad things didn't work out, he's reportedly focused on his work and being a great dad to his 3 children with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner, sources told Entertainment Tonight. He is just done with the media glare, the media spotlight. And he also has his issues too. And he just, he thought he wanted it, but he didn't want it. It's just sad. Sad. I know what they say about Jennifer, but it's still sad that her marriage is ending. It says Sunday, the Goodwill Hunting star was photographed arriving at the home at 5 p.m. and leaving nearly 4 hours later without his wife. The 51-year-old actor reportedly moved to Brentwood home in mid-May and has been house hunting in Los Angeles ever since. So he's looking for his own place. Sources previously told Page Six that Affleck has come to his senses about his ill-fated marriage and is ready to move on. Isn't that what he did last time? Well, why he swing back to get her if you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Jennifer is Jennifer. And more is coming out about her and who she is and her personality is not so nice, but it's not all on her. That's the way they did, Angelina Jolie. They wanted to make her out the bad guy and make Brad Pitt you know what I'm saying? It's something about people wanting to make the woman the villain in the story all the time. And I'm not saying that Jennifer doesn't have fault in this whole thing, but come on now. She's not 100% the problem. Ben has his own problem, and if you see him, you can tell. Can you imagine trying to have a marriage with someone as gloomy and as it has as many problems as he has? Very difficult. Even if you're a perfect person. And Jennifer is not a perfect person, so you should know. And Jennifer has failed time and time again in relationships, but so has he. So has he. And when he divorced Jennifer Garner, he had some nasty stuff to say about how he never really felt that he loved her or something like that. Now, he didn't say anything mean, because that's the mother of his children, but that's a statement. And Jennifer, she's had her difficulties with love too, because of her personality. But I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought it was all a publicity. I thought I can't say that word today for some reason. Publicity stunt. I really did. I thought it was a PR stunt. I really did. But in actuality, it's not a PR stunt. It is real life, and their lives are falling apart. And I really feel sorry for Jennifer Lopez's children because, when she was dating A Rod had children. The children got close. They were engaged and so they were, they had gotten close. And then all of a sudden her and A Rod broke up and left the children separated. And they had really, really got close. Well, they say that Ben Affleck's children had really got close with Jennifer Lopez's children. And now here we are again. They're of their age. They're not small children, so they can kind of get a gist of what's going on. So at least that's something. But to, you know, It still must be difficult. Still must be difficult. But I guess we'll stay tuned and see. But I think maybe TMZ may be right. The marriage is circling the drain. But they say Jennifer really want to get in there and fight for her marriage, and I understand why. But the issue there is if when it's only one person fighting, and they say that he pretty much feels it's done. I think that documentary, man, where she was talking about they love for 21 years and all this, and she was just romanticizing that relationship. She was just doing too much. Okay, let's go on to Jeezy. It said Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's divorce finalized. Case put under seal. Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's divorce is in the books because they came to a settlement and they are going out with their way. They're going out of their way to keep the details under wraps. According to new court documents obtained by TMZ, the two exes, who's been squabbling a lot lately over the child custody claims of abuse and ugly tidbits have settled. And here's a picture of them when they were in a better place. And, and I was wrong on that one too. I thought they were gonna make it. I thought they were. But see, like I said, I am in love with love. This is them with their little girl. Her name is Monaco because I think he proposed to her while they were in Monaco and they named her Monaco. Of course, there was a ton of back and forth over the past few months with Jeezy allegedly that Jenny was keeping their daughter from him and making his parenting time with their kid incredibly difficult. And Jenny fired back, suggesting that Jeezy kept guns around in a way that wasn't safe with the child around, and also made a big DV claim against him, and you remember that. And Jeezy came out with the receipts. And see, that's when I turned. And when this whole thing first came, to light, I was on Jeannie's side. I was on Jeannie's side, I must say, because Jeezy doesn't have the best track record with women. Not I have never known him like to have a DV type accusation against him. But, I must say it's wrong, but it was easy to believe. And she as when he and he's the one who filed for divorce, and she was saying that she wanted to make the marriage work and find a solution and stuff like that. So I was on her side. I was. And then she made this accusation of DV and showed pictures. But then, Jeezy came out with the text messages and everything. He brought the receipts. That no, that's not true. No, that's not true. And so I think that was the catalyst for Jenny to be more agreeable when it was time to settle this whole thing. Because she was exposed as a liar. She was lying on him. And you cannot, that's the worst thing you can do is to lie on a man about DV and the R word. Now she didn't, don't get me wrong, she didn't say nothing about the R word, but it was the DV. And then she showed she put out pictures. But turned out those pictures was when they got in an accident in a golf cart. She had bought him a golf cart for Father's Day. They were riding it, he wrecked it or whatever. They both got injured. And so he pulled out those receipts. And so Jenny wanna use all that to try to smear him. And in actuality, it was just an accident. And so when he dropped them receipts, things started got Jenny got quiet. She went on mute. You never heard anything else, any kind of new court filings or anything else from Jenny. She was on hush mode. And then all of a sudden this comes out. They've settled. That tells me that she knew the jig was up. That people could see exactly what was going on, and people was not on her side anymore because she was lying on this man. So uh, let's see if it's anything new. Basically, it's nothing really anything new. Uh, the terms of the settlement is sealed, so it's nothing really to talk about. It said and it says, therefore, if the details of the settlement will remain hidden from the public view, including any terms about custody or child support, property split, or spousal support. So they keeping everything sealed. What y'all think? Drop me a comment about what y'all think. I'm thinking after Jeezy dropped them receipts, Jeannie came out with no alimony. She's not getting, I don't think she's getting any alimony. I think she's going to get child support, but not alimony. And as for property, I think didn't he have that house before she married him? I don't know. Drop that in the comments too, because I don't know about that one. But I don't think, I think Jeezy came out of it pretty good because he saved his receipts. Because if he was pulling Puffy, like that surveillance video from Cassie, he would have been done. He would have been cooked. She would have been able to get anything and everything she wanted, including full custody of that child, and he probably wouldn't have got visitation. But she didn't have that in her bag. She didn't have that in her pocketbook. Jeezy had the receipts in his billfold, as my grandmother used to say. That's what she used to call a man's wallet, his billfold. That's what Jeezy had. He had some receipts that he had saved, and then all of a sudden, hush mode for Jeannie. Jeannie, I mean, hush mode for Jeannie. All right, so I guess we'll never know. But tell me what you think. All right, we're gonna do two stupid people doing stupid stuff. And let me find it. I have it right here. This is coming out of Kentucky. And this is the headline of the story. It said, woman tries to flush newborn down the toilet in the IHOP restaurant, Kentucky cop says. A woman is accused of trying to flush a newborn down the toilet in the IHOP restaurant in Kentucky, police said. Officers respond to a call on May 29th from a witness who said there was a bleeding woman in the bathroom who may have miscarried and was trying to flush the baby down the commode, according to the arrest citation from the Bowling Green Police Department. Authorities said that they found what appears to be a recently born infant in the bathroom, but the baby was dead when they arrived, according to the report. The 35-year-old woman 35-year-old suspect fled the scene on foot when she learned that the police had been called, according to the report. She was found standing in the parking lot of the Red Roof Inn located near the IHOP, police said. The woman denied being pregnant or giving birth and refused to be medically evaluated, according to the police. She told authorities she was from New York and was in town on business but could not provide a home address and any specifics about what brought her to Kentucky, said police said. Concerned for the woman's safety, authorities took the woman into custody for an emergency mental health evaluation, according to the police. She was charged with concealing the birth of an infant. The police said an autopsy is pending and an investigation could bring more charges against the woman. Bowling Green is about 125 miles from Louisville. What y'all think? I think once they get the autopsy back from the baby, I'm thinking probably the baby was a miscarriage. I'm thinking that. Wow. Tell me it's not stupid people out there doing stupid stuff. And the sad thing is that's that's my dog. Hold on, let me get okay, I'm back. I had to correct my dog. He wanted to go off on the neighbor. But yeah. Tell me it's not stupid people out there doing stupid stuff. And I mean desperate stuff. I am hoping that the baby was stillborn or was a miscarriage, but evidently it was big enough for them to do a autopsy on to find out. And evidently she was so unstable to the point that they did a mental health hold on her. So I don't know. Can you imagine if you're the woman that came in on her doing this? You see a bloody woman with a baby trying to flush it down the commode. I would be traumatized. I would be hysterical. I would be, I don't know. I would be hysterical. But like I said, my hopes, of course, is that the little baby did not suffer and that it was a miscarriage and that she didn't try to kill it, trying to flush it down the commode. Maybe it was so small. Maybe, I don't know. I will continue to follow this story. And once I get more information, I will come back and redo it again and we will have some answers. I promise. Because this is just too stupid. Too stupid. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. And if you enjoy my content, please subscribe, become part of my tribe. We do this every day. We have stupid people doing stupid things, and we talk about the hot topics of the day. And if you enjoy that, subscribe, become a part of my tribe. And also give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload. Like I said, I do it every day. Now, I don't do it at the same time every day, but I do it every day. So that's why you need to hit the notification bell. All right, y'all. See you later. Bye.